correctly. Let's go back to the main home page. And see, now we've got the test title and then the test, the rest of the test body here. So as you can see, it's real easy to change these items here. So if we want to go back and say we realized this was a terrible idea, we'll go over here to back to content. And then once we're there, we can scroll down to the bottom. And then down here, this test title, we're going to go ahead and delete that. Which leaves with these. Hit save. And then that's going to take us back to the main page without that. Well, takes us back here. We'll click on the link here, the title here, to go back to the main home screen. And you'll see that that item we've added there is now gone. So now we're back to our regular deal. Probably one of the more complicated things to change is going to be this rotating banner image. It's not terrible, but basically what we do is click the configure block icon that shows up next to it. That's going to take us here. This actually is using a script from Dynamic Drive. It's just a little JavaScript image rotating thing. So what you would have to do to add or change this is actually FTP into the site. There's a folder called Rotating Images, and basically there's a bunch of JPEGs under there. So what you would have to do is basically each of these lines here, there's, like, you can see item 1, this is the next item, and this is the next item. Sorry, this is the next item, and then finally we've got this item there. Basically for each item it has to start with the sequential number 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the path to the image, and then this is the link that that image is going to link to. So what you would do is first create whatever page you need on the Drupal, figure out what the address of that's going to be. Then you'll need to create a JPEG image to match that, and we'll go back here in just a minute to look at the dimensions that would need to be. Let's see, if we go back here, we'll right click on this picture and go to properties, and we'll see here that the this picture is 272 by 204 pixels. So that's what, if you're creating a new image here, that's what you need to, the dimensions you need to make it. So, so yeah, that's the basics of how to do that. So you would just go in there and edit the JavaScript to make that happen correctly. Just be careful. And then there should be some other resources located somewhere else to explain how to FTP into the site. Something else you may want to look at is these iPhone buttons. You would need to have a picture already made if you wanted to add one here. To add to these, we go under Content Management, Content, Add iPhone Button. And that's where we put the title of the link, the iPhone button, the actual picture you'd upload here, and then the path that you want to link to. And then the weight, this is just like the rest of the weights in the Drupal system. It will impact where on this list the button shows up in. So yeah, so there's that's how you would add a new one. If you want to make changes to them, it's a little bit different. You would need to go under Content Management, Content, List, to list all of the iPhone buttons. We'll come in there. We want to set the type to be iPhone, and then click Filter, and then that will change this list to only show iPhone buttons. So here we go. We've got some, and these ones were here. We actually have some here that aren't published. You'll notice these that don't show up on that list, only these ones do. In general, the published items are the only items that that will show up for users. So we can go in here if we wanted to add that or edit one of these. We can use this link. And then to change whether something's published or not, we would go down to the bottom. So you can see here's the title, there's the picture. Publishing options, we can actually, if you uncheck that and hit submit, that's kind of one step below actually deleting the image. It just unpublishes that link, kind of hides it temporarily. You can always come back here, check mark the box, and then put the link back. So in general, that's if you're not sure you want to get rid of something, maybe just uncheck the published and hit submit. So that should cover working with those iPhone buttons. I'm going to go back to the home page again. So we covered that. We covered this. Covered over here. As we kind of saw when we were editing these, this section here is just another block that we would configure just like configuring over here. So that's really the only thing there. Other sections, there's a few other sections of the site that don't really fall into any other place. There's this contact us section. This is also set up with panels. So let's see, we're actually not getting any editing options here. So you would actually have to go into this content section here. And as you can see, it's kind of like the front page is, with these directions and contact information. So like here we can go to edit. Here we've got some sections here where we can make changes to the text in each of the sections. So that's what you would do, just come down in here, click the little gear icon, and make the changes you need to make. The rest of the stuff here under who we are, these are all fairly simple sections here. To make changes, we would just click edit. The staff, to make changes to one of these, we go into their actual page here, click on edit, and you would just go through this information. There's no teaser, but go in here and then edit the different sections. It should be fairly self-explanatory. All the sections should correspond to what you see on the main page. If you needed to add a staff member, you would do that the same way you add most everything else. Content add, and then add staff bio is what that's called. Let's go back to who we are. So really that should cover most everything. The workshops are a little tricky. There should be a document located somewhere else that explains how to post podcasts. So really that's about it for doing stuff on the site. There's a lot of other things you can do. They require a bit more in-depth knowledge of Drupal and how that all works. So have fun, and we'll look forward to I guess maybe some future screencasts with some more details on some of that other stuff. So thanks. Talk to you later.